Welcome to a new demo on application testing with the UiPath Test Suite. After creating test cases to identify bugs in the software development process and executing automated test sets, it's time to talk about test results, how they are reflected in Test Manager on the test results page, on the dashboard page, and in the KPIs, and what we can do with test results from Test Manager. Let's begin. The first page we are going to visit today in Test Manager is Test Results, where we have the results for all the test executions, starting with the most recent one. If we click on any of the test results, we are taken to their dedicated page. The title references the name of the test set and includes the date with the timestamp. Below we have the execution start time, the duration of the execution, and the reporting date. This test set contained two test cases at the time of the execution. They are shown separately with their individual execution data and status. Clicking on a test case in this view takes us to the individual test case execution page, where we have the same execution data and the linked defects, if there are any. In our case, we don't have any yet. Below that, we can see information on each step executed. And for the failed one, we can also see the screenshot attached. Based on the data stored here, we can decide to create a defect for the failed test case. Simply click Create Defect in the Tasks menu. This implies that the integration with the LM tool of your choice has been set up for this test project. So here's the link to the defect created. We can access it from here with a simple click. Here it is. Now let's go back. It's time to look at the dashboard module. On this page there are a couple of predefined dashboards and KPIs. Let's check them one by one. The first one is the results overview. This shows us how many test cases were executed over a certain period of time and their status. The view is set to daily, which means that we see a breakdown per days. The color code is intuitive. The past test sets are in green, the failed ones are in red, and the ones which were planned for execution but did not produce any result are in gray. The last bar is for the current day and is a bit thicker than the others. We can change the view from daily to weekly as well. When we do that, the number of each week is the standard one, counted from the beginning of the year. Let's switch it back to daily. Below the results overview we have three KPIs. The first one is Open Defects and reflects the number of defects created in the LM tool, together with their criticality. The second one is the Total Coverage KPI. This one reflects the percentage of requirements that have at least a test case assigned. Let's double check this. We'll go to the Requirements page, where we can see that there are 5 requirements in this project. The first one, down below, has no test cases mapped. The second one has the login test case listed. And the next 3 have no test cases assigned. So, just one of the 5 has a test case, hence the 20% is correct. The next KPI is Automation Rate. This measures how many of our test cases are automated. We have 2 test cases in this project. Let's look at each of them. The first test case is automated, as we can see from the test case linked in the Automation tab. The second test case doesn't have any test case linked in the Automation tab, so 50% of the test cases automated is accurate. Down below on this page we can see the latest results. But, in fact, all the results are available here, with the most recent 5 on the first page and the older ones on the next pages. Alright, that's about it with the dashboard page. Great. So, in this video we've seen how test results appear in Test Manager, the way they are displayed, the details we can explore, and the attachments. Then we've seen how defects are linked and can be accessed. Then we looked at the dashboards and the 3 KPIs. This concludes our demo on test results and the whole series on creating test cases for application testing, running them as test sets, and finally analyzing the outcomes they produce. Thank you for watching, and happy test automation!